as you know, the title of the webinar is Creative Strategy Framework, Keeping Your Creative Team on Brand, on Strategy, and on Message. And for about the next 40 minutes or so, I'll be talking through the framework that I developed from a variety of creative experiences over the course of my career. And after the presentation, I'll definitely take any questions, as Kathy mentioned. So who am I? That pretty much depends on what day it is. Currently, my time is divided between leading a small, scalable group based in Brooklyn and teaching. I teach design and concept advertising classes within the City University of New York at a school actually in Brooklyn called New York City College of Technology. And I've also taught strategy and execution at New York University in the Masters of Science program and integrated marketing. I love what we do as creatives, and I'm really grateful to be here now as a part of the How offering. So how did I get here? About 6 years ago, I stumbled onto a strategy meeting, and I realized that becoming the creative who understood business would differentiate me. I had already had a master's from Pratt Institute and an undergraduate degree from Hampton in graphic design. Those served me very well, yet there were things that I had experienced in the process and things that influenced the process that I wasn't trained in. So I decided to go into the business program there at NYU to gain a laser focus in integrated marketing, or the strategy behind the execution. And it was there that I was exposed to in detail the rationale, or the why, that should inform what we do on the front end with aesthetics. This has helped me to inject creativity into solving the business problems versus restricting creativity to the execution. And it's also helped me to win a lot of the creative battles that I used to lose when I was ignorant of the marketing, business, and strategic considerations that trump aesthetics. And here's a bit of my work on the screen and just some of the range of solutions that I've been involved in. And I'll just read a quote from Tony DeSpina, typographer and distinguished professor. He used to tell us this at Pratt. To set the tone for the content today, he would say to us, "It's been said that a picture is worth 1,000 words, but in the hands of the right typographer, a word is worth 1,000 pictures." And to me, this spoke to inspiration, and I thought it was apt to start this discussion today about the words behind the images, or the strategy behind our execution. And as I mentioned earlier, there were a number of professional and learning experiences that inspired this particular framework that we'll be going over today. Some of these experiences were ones where the information that I had during the creative process was a great deal of help to designing an amazing solution, whether it was a particular insight from having an accurate persona model from the actual target audience that we were going after, or having messaging written in such a way that it sparked a wealth of ideas or directions very quickly during the process or immediately. And then there, things like that, when I look at it, when I look back on it, those are the things that make what we do even more enjoyable. And at that point, we're really free to think about what the most creative ways are to accomplish the goals that we set out to achieve. And then there's the other side of the coin. There are the other experiences, and the ones where you're on deadline without that essential information. I remember the time I sat down to create a campaign at a major agency without any brief at all, and I could not believe it.